Canes. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Congratulations to the Karr Cougars. You are back-to-back Class 4A state champions. 48-26 over the Lakeshore Titans.
All right, we're here with Karr coach Brice Brown, and Coach, what's the offseason like after you win a state championship? I guess you can't wait to get back and start it again.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We took about 3 or 4 weeks off, and we started our off-season conditioning program and weightlifting, and a lot of guys ran track, and then we went to spring ball. Had a pretty good spring. Played a good team in Giant area. That was a pretty good game. A lot of talent on the field. And now we're in the summer transition part, and we're again lifting weights and conditioning and playing a lot of 7-on-7 leagues. But again, you can't really think about last year. You just got to keep pushing forward, because once you stop and think about last year, then you could get distracted a little bit.
What is it about this place that it doesn't matter who comes in, you lose whoever, it doesn't matter who you lose, year after year, this team, when come Thanksgiving time, Karr's still going to be playing football.
Yeah, you know what? I think, it's with the kids. The kids, they believe in themselves that they're going to uphold this legacy and this tradition of the school, and it really carries with them. We're going to camp in a couple of weeks, and that's a big step of it. Right. A lot of team building stuff that we do at camp, and they believe in the process in which we have here, because everybody has a different process. The process we have here is knowing that when a kid comes, we are ready for them to leave, and it's them leaving out the right way, and them being prepared, and them knowing that it's their job to teach the younger kids the next year to how to still withhold that same legacy.
You guys just believe that you're the best team when you walk on the field, don't you?
We don't really look at the opponent sometimes. We really look at ourselves. A lot of the times when we play bad is because of things that we're doing wrong. So when we play against, good competition year in and year out, it's been a real testament to the coaching staff on how they're preparing our kids every week to play the St. Paul's, the Landry Walkers, the De La Salles, the Brother Martin, the Warren Eastons. It just go on and on and on about the talent that's around this area. But sometimes you can't get caught up in looking across the field, because they have great players also. So you don't want to really get caught up into worrying about somebody else.
Now, before I talk about this year, I do want to talk a little bit about last year, and it seemed to me that the loss to De La Salle kind of like shook everything up, because after that it was game on.
Yeah.
Was that the game you think that kind of like put the focus into this team? Yeah,
that was a wake-up call. That was a big wake-up call. Good De La Salle team, well coached, well prepared, and they got us, and they were ready, and that was something that we preach going forward. That's what happens when you have a 50% week of preparation, not 100%. Well, teams can sneak up on you and they give their best effort, and you still giving 75%. Our goal here is to give our best effort every day, your personal best, and that's going to propel us this year, is just giving 100% effort in your personal best individually.
I think over the last, I know it's been for a while, but especially for the last few years, the Karr Eastern Series to me has been just one of the best in the metro area.
1st and 10 with 33 seconds left. Takes the handoff, throws it to Tate, trying to get him in open space. He's got room. 40, and he picks up the football, and it's recovered by the Karr Cougars. Kendall Johnson recovers it at the 30, and this game is over.
You know what? It's a toe-to-toe matchup. You're talking about great coaching staffs and great students. Yep. And, we both Karr guys, and, his staff is full of Karr guys. Some of my former players that played here, and, they're building their own legacy over there and their own tradition, what they're doing on Canal Street. But what we do here is something that's totally different. That's our brand and that's our style. But, I love the series with us in Warren Easton, because it brings the best out of everybody. It brings the best out the coach. It brings the best out the player. Yeah. It brings the best out the officials. It brings the best out the bands. It brings the alumni. They come out in droves to see that game. It's just the best the city has to offer right now, and that's saying a lot with such good teams that's around. And that premier matchup in Week 10 again is going to be, another battle to the end, and I'm pretty sure they'll be ready, but we'll be ready too.
Well, let's talk about this team, and obviously you lose your one-year starting quarterback who came in and did just an outstanding job, Skelly. But you get both your running backs back. I know you're excited about that.
Yeah.
You lose Anthony Spurlock. But just talk a little bit about what you have, your top returners, and a couple newcomers we need to be looking at.
Well, I think you hit it right on the head. I'm very excited about Ahmad and Ryan coming back for the senior year.
Brings the Cougars right back to the line for the 19-yard line. Perry takes it, hands it off, and that is Antoine touchdown.
That's a little statement for Karr, I think, trying to say, look, man, we can score.
19 yards for Ahmad Antoine, and the Karr Cougars make it look easy as Perry stands in a pistol. And here's the same play. Through a hole, touchdown. Ronnie Jackson puts that exclamation point on this Cougars victory, and they are about to win the state championship game in 8 minutes and 10 seconds for the second consecutive year. Fourth touchdown for Ronnie Jackson.
They've had outstanding off seasons, the way they've been preparing, the way their coaches have been really transitioning, keeping their legs fresh and stuff like that. But again, Skylar is gone. We have to replace the quarterback, and we're stuck in a quarterback battle right now with a senior Caleb Lee and Rising Junior and Leonard Kelly. So they'll be battling it out this coming camp. But we're pretty excited about our skill guys on the outside. We lost another Division I wide receiver in Atlas Spurlock, but we have another one in Michael Corner, so he'll be able to fill in his shoes and fill in the shoes of the Racies and the Dejon Dixon and the Andy Spurlock. So he'll fit into that mold well. Again, on the other side of him, we're going to have Dylan Hill, another returning starter. So we're pretty excited about our passing game this year. We're going to throw it around a little bit this year, a little bit more, and not hand it off at least 30, 35 times a game. But if we do have to do that, we know we're handing it off to two of the best running backs in the state.
How long do you expect the quarterback battle to last? Do you think it's going to last all the way through the Jamboree?
You know what? I'm prepared to do it throughout. Even if we have to go into Week 1 and have the best player out there, against St. Paul. If I have to do every series, I'll do it. It's just each quarterback does something different, and we just want them to do what they do well, to do it the best to their ability. Because we might wind up playing two quarterbacks this year, and that's not a problem either.
You got another Lamar Johns on the offensive line?
No, we don't have another Lamar Johns, but we got Ryan Alliance. He's gonna lead that group, and he's gonna be a 4-year player and a senior. So, defensively we're gonna be solid again. We loaded in the back end. We're young in the front end, but we got some good linebackers in the middle that's returning, and Ellsworth, Seymour, and Bilal Muhammad. So, who's in the back end with Devin Bush and Tariq Malmore and Jamie Vance and Chaz Bates. So, those guys, they're seasoned and they're veterans. So, hopefully it can all come together in these upcoming weeks, especially in 2 weeks when we go to camp.
And it's scary to say, but, really, just from what I saw, I really think the defense was the strength of the team last year.
Oh, no doubt about it. A lot of the times where, a lot of people see the final score and it's 40 or whatever, but you don't see how many possessions and how many field position swings that we get with the turnovers and, a lot of 3 and outs. And the offense had a lot of opportunities last year to start at midfield or even better, just because of the defensive lineman that we had and the style of play, which was more of an attacking style and man-to-man and post-to-zone. So this year we'll see. It should be the same type of style, but we'll see.
And people that might not have paid enough attention to the game, you played a Lakeshore team that would average over 40 points a game, and you had to turn the ball over 4 times to get them to 26. So, so you don't turn the ball over, who knows what the score is.
Yeah. And that's just a testament to our defense again. All week of preparation for that game was defensively, get after the quarterback, disguising coverages. And,
Get all the sacks.
Jamil Jackson, Terrence Shaws, Ronell Burbank, Austin Kent, who's returning this year, he's going to have another phenomenal year. But, those defensive linemen, we keep running into them, and hopefully they keep wanting to come here and play so we could keep pressure on the quarterback because everybody's doing this spread attack now, and you have to put pressure on the pass.
Coach, being the hunted as number 1 or number 2 or number 4, whatever. I mean, when people play Karr, they play a little bit better. They're a little bit more focused. Again, as we saw at De La Salle, you always play a tough game with St. Paul's early in the season, and we know what happens when you play the Eastons and the MAC 35s and those sorts of things. How has it been for you to play as the hunted?
It's been different. It's been different, but we've been doing it for a while now, so. That's a part of our off-season message is that, if we keep giving our personal best every day, we're not going to have a time where somebody can sneak up on us. If we keep doing consistently what we're supposed to do, which is giving our personal best. Right. Now, your personal best might be what the guy next to you is,
right,
but it's your personal best. So if you're giving your personal best, of course, at the end of the day, we're going to all come together and we should be able to come out victorious, not only on the scoreboard, but when we leave here, when they graduate. Because every day we striving for reaching our personal goals.
Right.
Personal goals. If it's wrapping up, making an open field tackle, if it's catching a tough pass, if it's rushing the passer when they have 2 people blocking you, your personal best.
And with your schedule, you really can't afford that. You talk about the 50% game against De La Salle. You can't afford to just have a 50% win because y'all play somebody that's going to be in our top 18 week after week after week.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's what New Orleans football has to offer. Well coached teams and great student athletes that's performing on the field, and you really can't get into a funk if you wind up losing a game. You have to really be able to push forward to still have that same mantra in your mind that you want to give your personal best, but not worrying about last week or the next week. You got to worry about this week because you can really get caught up in that. You can really get caught up in a St. Paul and a De La Salle, and then Landry Walker is in the middle.
That's right.
That's why you have to take every week at a time.
And Coach, I usually end up these interviews with the same question, but even though I know what the answer to this question is going to be. When this season's all said and done and 2018 season's over, what are you not going to be satisfied unless you have done or accomplished?
Wow, that's a good question. What am I not going to be satisfied with?
You won't be satisfied unless something happens. Blank happens.
I'm not going to be satisfied unless we pass for 3,000 yards again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as an all-former offensive lineman, you take pride in those sorts of numbers.
Yes, I do because I played at Grambling. It was an air raid attack, and last year I went back on my lawns a little bit and ran the ball a little bit, but I really want to go forward into passing the ball again, and I won't be satisfied until I get the 3,000-yard mark again.
What's funny and interesting because as an offensive lineman and as an offensive-minded coach, you'd think you'd want to run the ball for almost 90% of offensive coaches, they want to pound, they want to run the ball, but no, Brice Brown wants to make sure that we throw the ball in.
Yeah, if I'm on a 3, I'll throw a quick slant on your 7 route.
Well, and you got 2 running backs that both can catch the ball out of the back.
Yep, and that's what we're gonna be doing this year. So hopefully, them guys stay healthy and we'll push forward.
Coach Brice Brown, we'll have you plenty on NOLA.com this year. We appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.